Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Peace, and in my last video I told you guys that I would be walking you guys through the steps on how I got my LLC for free. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So of course I have to put this disclaimer out there. I am in no means a professional. These are just some of the steps that I took to form my LLC here in New York, and I figured someone out there might benefit from the information that I have to give. So please keep in mind that the steps that I took may vary depending on what country or what state you're from. So please make sure you do your research. So before we get into the core steps, there are two things that I want you guys to keep in mind. The first thing is you have to be financially stable. And if you're anything like me, you're using your 9-to-5 job to fund your inventory, your website, and any other startup costs. To me, being financially stable means that whether my business takes off or falls flat on its back tomorrow, I will be perfectly fine. And even though it would suck if I lost all that money, it wouldn't really make that much of a difference to me. It would suck and it would hurt at first, but it's not gonna be the end of the world. The second thing that I want you guys to keep in mind is to make sure that your business name is available. And I didn't mention this in my last video, but once you've picked the name, you need to go into your state's database and search if that name is available. You need to type in your name that you want, include the LLC at the end, and see if it's available or not. Okay, let's get into the steps. The first thing that you need to do is file for your articles of organization. This is where you start spending money. In New York, to file for your articles of organization, you need to pay $200. I paid an additional $10 on top of that in order to get my certified copy. And I recommend everybody gets this copy because it'll be important when you need to do other things further down the line, like open up a business account. This document is essentially a declaration of the formation of your company, and they ask for really basic information like your name, the amount of members in your company, your address, your business address, and your registered agent. This brings me to point number 2. In New York, you need a registered agent. And all a registered agent is someone or company who is in the same state as your business and is available during normal business hours to accept mail and other legal documents for your business. You can be your own registered agent or you can hire someone else. However, the address of where your registered agent is located is extremely important because of the next step that I'm about to mention. The newspaper publication requirement. In New York, every LLC has to publish 2 ads in 2 separate newspapers for 6 weeks straight within the first 120 days after your LLC has been approved. One newspaper has to be a daily and the other has to be a weekly newspaper. You're going to want to publish these ads in newspapers within the same county as your registered agent. Additionally, the newspaper company that you choose to go with has to be approved by the county clerk. And apparently the whole point of these 2 ads is to declare the formation of your LLC to the public. But who still reads the newspapers anymore? Let me know. And the price varies from county to county. So if you live in New York City like I do, you are going to be looking at paying an upwards cost of, $1,000. Ain't nobody trying to pay all that. So obviously I had to find a registered agent outside of New York City. The cheapest one I found was $75, but I knew I could get something better than that. So So I kept searching and searching, and I found this website called ipostal.com. And essentially, it's a subscription service where you can pay a low fee every month and you'll have a real address, whether it's for personal use or for business use like I'm using it for. I subscribed to a digital mailbox for only $10 a month. And what my subscription gave me was a personal mailbox and a real street address that accepts postal mail and packages for my business. If you remember what I said about a registered agent, all they are people with a real street address who can accept mail for your business. So what I did, I went to iPostal, I went to New York, I found the tiniest county that I could find and subscribed to a mailing address in that county. And I figured the smaller the county, the smaller the population, the less known the newspaper, and the cheaper the ad would be. Guys, I ended up paying around $40 for the first newspaper and $38 for the second newspaper. Under $100 compared to thousands of dollars for 2 ads, I'm taking that any day. So to summarize what I've been doing up until this point, I'm paying $10 a month for a business address. I'm using this business address as my registered agent, and I place this registered agent in my articles of organization when I filed. Right now, my ads are still running in the newspaper, and that's okay because I can still continue business as normal and sell my products and do all that. Okay, now after your ad has ran for 6 weeks in both newspapers, you need to acquire an affidavit of publication, basically proof that the newspaper ran your ads for 6 weeks. Once you acquire these, you need to submit it with your certificate of publication to the state. To file for your certificate of publication, you need to pay $50. Yes, even more money flowing out your pocket. Now, congratulations, you officially have a business. After that, you're going to want to change the address of your registered agent back to yourself. For me, I am the sole member of my LLC, so it makes no sense for me to have a separate business address. So what you're going to want to do is cancel your iPostal subscription service and file to change the address of your business back to yourself. That's going to cost another $30, but it's okay because that's the last bit of money that you're going to have to spend. After that, just make sure you get your EIN number, which is basically your tax ID for the government, and it's just a way for them to identify you for tax purposes or whatever. And make sure you file for your certificate of authority, which basically allows you to charge taxes on the products that you're selling. And I forgot to mention, those 2 things are free, so don't worry about it. So now here comes the part where we start making that money back. So many banks offer bonuses when you open up a business account with them. So what I did was I went down to Chase Bank and I opened up a business account. And they offered me $200 when I do the following things. 1, I deposit $1,000 in the first 20 days of opening up my account. After 60 days, I have to maintain that $1,000 balance and I have to make 5 transactions. This is where the saying, it takes money to make money, really comes into play. So what I did was transfer $1,600 from my normal bank account into my business account. I did this because there's a $15 maintenance fee, and in order to waive it, you need to have a balance of $1,500. So the additional $100 is for me to make the 5 qualifying transactions. And those 5 transactions can pertain to anything related to your business. And it could be anything as small as a water bottle or buying gas or something small. It doesn't have to be this crazy thing as long as it pertains to your business. Now that you have a bank account, you need a credit card. Chase offers $500 when you use their Chase Unlimited business card. There's no annual fee and the cashback rate is 1.5. I know it's a little low, but it's better than nothing. The only thing that you have to do is spend $3,000 within the first 3 months. And if this business is really something that you're serious about, you will spend that $3,000 within the first 3 months because inventory adds up so quickly. For someone like me, I like to go to pop-up shops and sell my products. So to register for the pop-up shop, to get there using gas, to buy food, all those expenses add up. And if I just transfer money from my normal bank account into my business account and just spend that money, all those things eventually add up to $3,000. You'll be very surprised. So even though $3,000 does sound very daunting, you have to look at what your expenses are. This goes back to the business plan that I spoke about in my last video. You need to know where your expenses are going and how much you'll be spending in the first month, the first 6 months, all that. In this case, you need to see how much you'll be spending in the first 3 months. And if it equals or ends up being more than $3,000, it's in your best interest to get this credit card. So let's add up my costs. I spent $210 to file for my articles of organization. Next, after that, I spent around $80 to run my 2 newspaper ads. And remember, the newspaper publication requirement is a New York thing. So please make sure you do your research and see if that's a requirement in your state. It's more of a nuisance if anything, but whatever. Let's say I spent $80 on my newspaper ads. After that, I had to spend another $30 for my address change. If you add everything up, that equals to $400. However, the bonus that I'm getting back from Chase Bank is $700. So if you think about it, we really made a $300 profit. I hope this video was helpful to someone out there. Before I end this video, I do want to give a huge shout out to LLC University. They are a YouTube channel / blog website, and they were a huge source of help when it came to forming my LLC. So I'll link their channel and their website down below so you guys can also get information from them. They don't know that I'm making this video, so if you guys do happen to watch some of their videos, please make sure you comment down and tell them that I sent you there. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.